So welcome to today's video lesson on J Sigma Math. So in today's video lesson, we're going to be looking at reading and counting large numbers. All right. So first, I want you to look at this number 3155696. So can you read this aloud in words? How do you say this in words? Well, it's kind of be difficult. So what I'm going to do is this million or billion, we don't even know, we can't even identify. But one way to do this is to actually write them in trees from the back. Write them in trees from the back. 9 to 6. 556. So I'm going to rewrite this as 31556. 926. So now this is clearer than this. Why? Because now we see that this is 3 3, and of course we looked at that before, that it is million that has 6 zeros. Okay, so we have already established that this is in million. All right, and besides, it's, would I say, not universal to use commas to separate these, although sometimes, commercially, especially in Nigeria, we use commas to separate all of these place values. But because some countries use commas as their decimal points, so it might be confusing for them to see us use commas and write 1 million this way. So they think of it as 1.00.00. So it's not universal to use comma to separate millions. So it's better to just leave it as space. Just write that this 100,000. So this tells us that this is 1 million. All right, good. So now this can be read as 31,556,926. Let me say that again. 31,556,926. So you should be able to write this down in words. All right, so now let's go to our example properly. Let's take our first example. So we're to write 8702614,235. First was we asked to write it correctly. So this is not written correctly. We also asked to write it correctly and then express it in words. So express in words. So first, how do you write this number correctly? So you write it as from the back. I already start from the back. 5, 3, 2, then leave a space, then come 4, 1, 6, 3, 3. You're going to write it 3, 3, then 2, 0, 7, then 8. Okay, good. So how many zeros? So I've written it in the right way. So now this is how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 6, then 9. All right, 9. So that tells us that this is not million, this is billion, because we've looked at it before that 6 zeros is million, 9 zeros is billion, and 12 zeros is trillion. Okay, so all right, so we have 8. This is 8 billion, 702,000,000, then 614,000, comma, then 235, yes. So that's it. So I'm going to write it as 8,702,614,235. So that's the way I'm going to write it. So let me take another example. So let's see, 92300. Let me write that properly. 92300,611,0317. So we have to write this correctly, and then we have to write it in words too. So write in words as well. Okay, so how do you write this correctly? So like the previous example that we did, you have to write it from the back. That's the best way to do that. 7 1 3, write it in threes, then move 0 1 1, okay, then 6 6 0 0, then 3 2 9. Okay, so we see 3 6 9, right? So we see that this is how many? 9. And that tells us that that is what? That tells us that is billion, because million is 6, billion is 9, and trillion is 12. Okay, good. I know, don't be tempted to say this is 12, because if this is 12, then there's no digit here again. That tells us that that's actually is trillion. So this is not trillion, all right? This is billion. Okay, so how do you write this? I'm going to write this as 923 billion 6,110,317. So let me write that in words. So I write this as 923 billion 6,000,000. This is just 6006. 6,000,000. 6,110,000, then 317. Good. So this is how to write this in words. So first thing first, you have to first rearrange, write it in the proper way it should be, starting from the back, 3 trees, and then you now write it in words. So that's the best way to do that. Okay, let me take one more example for clarity purpose. Let's say that we have, okay, let's see this, let's see this 2250. So what is this? How would you write this? So I'm going to write this properly. I'm going to write from the back, starting 0 0 0. That's this. Then 0 0 0. That's this. Then 0 0 0. And that's this. Then you have 0 5 2. And that's this. Then you have 2. Okay. So I've written this in trees. Then that tells us that 3, 6, 9, 12. Now this case is trillion. Okay, so how should you write this? How should you write this in words? So that will be 2 trillion 250 billion. Yeah, so all of this is just 000. So I'm just write 2 trillion 2 trillion 250 billion. So that's it. So that's basically how to write this in words as well as writing them correctly.